Good morning, everybody. This is Airborne Trucker 901, and you're right here at the Airborne Trucker 901 show. Today, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do? It's early in the morning down here in Florida. Short sleeve shirt on, during these winter months and winter days. Right at about a week before Christmas, and I know a lot of y'all getting ready for the holidays and things like that, as far as enjoying yourself, and just know it's winding up. It is winding up. Today, think about, it's probably right at about 16 days left, and it's a wrap of what we call the new year. But I always say the new year is really just a new day, because that's the way you should be, being able to look at life. Because every day is a great day, because you know when it expires for you, because we are all on our own timeline, moving at the same speed. And so the thing is that what do you do with that time? That's just up to you. Whether you make time or whether you spend more time in a certain area, negative or positive, you know, it is what it is. You do what you do, but I encourage all of us to do something positive that changes our lives and move the needle forward in progress towards the direction that we're trying to go. All right, and even if that means that you're trying to find direction. All right, so my whole thing is I'm back out here and I'm doing something I love. I'm telling y'all, look at your man. Y'all, there's nothing wrong with living a little bit of life. Get my big finger out of here. Yes, this is how you should roll. And if you can't roll like this, roll real close to it. That's all that matters. Just roll close enough. Everybody don't have to roll the same thing, because everybody ain't rolling at the same pace, and everybody don't have all what it takes to roll, but you can roll, you know what I'm saying? So you know, what would I really encourage and say is that all my truck driving brothers out there and sisters, do not get stuck just holding the steering wheel. Alright? There's nothing wrong with getting here and doing this every day. I just say make sure you have the resources set aside or in other areas, so the day that you can't roll, your money still roll. You still make some money for the day. You know? I have gotten into this year a commercial real estate academy, which is the Mailbox Millionaire Academy. So the thing is that I love my mentor, and not only do I love my mentor, I love his brother crew, which is called Coach Crew, aka Pastor Crew. And the thing is, one thing about Ramel Young Mogul told me is like, Landis, put it together and let's make it happen. Told me a lot of things about being careful of showing or introducing a big idea to a small mind. And if I say that one thing that I really appreciate, one of the major focal points of this year was that right there. Be careful of introducing a big idea to a small mind, because people that you introduce it to, they have a small mind, will shoot you down. They feel like, nah, you shouldn't even think like that. You shouldn't even talking about that. Man, you crazy. You done lost your damn mind. You know? And if they don't say you done lost your damn mind, they thinking it maybe in the back of their head, and so they'll start saying all the things to say, bring out all the issues and the problems of why you should not think like that or why you should not do it. Never often and well. Let me think about it. Well, you know what? I know this person did this. Or I know this person did that. Even I myself did this. Probably put that together. Hey man, let's try it. That's the way you should look at life. Let's try it. You know, I tell myself all the time that my failures is only the stepping stones to the magnitude of my success. And then some of us are so on the BS to the point that we kind of envy and be slick, sometimes jealous about people that's talking about doing some big ideas. You know, sometimes ideals, sometimes some people call them dreams. You know, visions. I started to say, hey, look, I'm working on visions. You know, dreams are good, but I want to turn them dreams into visions and them visions into reality. Okay? And then another thing, my people, let me just talk to y'all. Let me just talk to my people for a minute. I am so tired of what we seeing, what we don't have. So I have to remind y'all, if you look at the history, it's not that we don't have or never have had. We've had a lot of things. We've had black businesses. We've had millionaires years ago, like we have now. Multi-millionaires. But there has been a coordinated effort to deter a lot of those things from continuing to happen. So you will have laws that'll come up and turn around. Now those laws affect how we do things. So if you look at prior to integration, we had our own business and our own community because there were laws to say you can't shop here. You gotta go shop over there. You gotta stay on that side of the railroad track. Those was the ways of things. That's just the way they were. That's before my time. You know? But I lived and grew up in a house with people that experienced that time, and it was a real thing. And if y'all see it for what it is, the thing is now integration comes along and turns around, pushes us all together, and now not having on the law book that you can discriminate against me for going to a public, store or things like that. It's like we still are on the bullshit of now classism. I went in the army. I served this country, and even today, the discrimination you get because of people's prejudice and I would say perception. So the thing is, what's been put out there is the perception. If you're doing good as a black man or a black woman or interracial couple that wind up having children, like some of my cousins and stuff like that, that we're still judging based off of, well, something is a little off, you know. And so the thing is, and we're all being played with, because whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, we got all these Democrat loyalists, Republican loyalists, and so people are going with their different views and separating it. But my whole thing is that we all are still using the same resources. You don't go in the grocery store and ask, well, is this a Democrat grocery store or gas station? Is this a Republican, pharmacist? What stuff we own? We own some BS, So we got to get out of that mindset. I know I'm pushing going into 2023, what we know it, pushing about the people party. What makes sense for the people? And I don't expect all the people to agree. They ain't gonna agree on everything. But what we can say is, okay then, what do the people need? And then what we need to do in order to get the people to get those resources. And whether it's from our government, from our politicians, or whatever the case we may be, we have to show that they work for us. And I don't care if you got these corporations that behind some of these politicians or whatever, trying to get them in to do this and that and turn tricks and all like that. My whole thing is we have to stop talking about what they doing and say this is what we do. We the people elect from the people, and we gonna put people in office and they're gonna look after us. And then the thing is, they're gonna look after us, work with the corporations and business so we can have a more cohesiveness. Alright? And not this us against them. Because in reality, we all need each other because each individual is serving a purpose in their life. We have to start working on raising our children and stop stealing their resources. Stop stealing their resources because of our issues that we have as grown up want so much. We gotta have so much. Everybody want $100,000 man, woman, $100,000, $100,000 this, $100,000 that. And a lot of us don't even have $100,000 mindset. We can't get along with people in our own house. Sometimes we can't get along with each other in a truck. Sometimes and I'm just gonna say it like it is. Sometimes us as truck drivers or people out here as rollers, transporters, or whatever, or workers, y'all people don't even appreciate what you do. Some of them take it for granted. They'll spend your money with you in the truck, but turn around when we get in the truck with you and ride with you and see the country. Stay at home looking at their phones. Looking at their phones like an idiot. If they would just take a picture of them looking into their phone, doing stuff, it's like idiots. We electronic idiots. That's what I'm calling it. Electronic idiots. Electronic idiots. So the thing is, so hungry for a like. So hungry for a like. We don't even look at the person, say hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you, hope you have a good week. I do it a lot of times where I go, people be like, Sean, so embedded into the electronic matrix that, man, people are walking into walls, glasses, getting ran over or slightly hit or something like that. So electronic going into the matrix, So, thing is, I want to say on another thing, that I ain't finna beat y'all up. Don't ever think I'm beating y'all up. For a lot of y'all people that's so-called educated and got ideas, stop beating up on people that may not know. And the people that don't know, don't turn around and sit you. If you're not really interested, you can just say you're not interested. You don't have to, you don't have to sit there and try to pick people apart with a mindset that, well, that ain't working. You stupid for doing what you're doing. We all out here learning. So the thing is that don't be afraid to open your minds to new ideas and new people. All right. everything is not a scam out to get you, you know. And then too, just because you got a program out there teaching people one thing and this other person is, and they got more followers and stuff like that, doesn't mean that that person is scamming people getting out of money. You just in your feeling because people are not listening to you. And the biggest thing, the reason they're not listening to you, because you don't listen to people. You just want to say what the hell you want to say, and that's all that matters. You think you just done got that other information, but then in the reality of it, that information is so strong and so useful and everything like that. Make it happen. Make it happen. Get with some people that can make it happen, because if I look at it this way, if you're so much more educated, if you're so much more knowledgeable, you should need less people than a whole bunch of people. You set it up and then you turn around and then now help the people that may not have all of it. You know? Quit throwing up on people with a bunch of, I would call intellectual, what's the best way to put it? I would call it intellectual orgasming. You know? You know? Just going on and on and on and on, you know? Pause for a minute. This is what the other person has to say. Ask them, hey, well, what do y'all think about what I'm saying before I go any farther? Because I didn't come here as saying that I know so much more and look what y'all don't know. Y'all stupid. You know what I'm saying? No, like, hey, look, I picked this up. I want to share this with y'all. I want to share this with you because I feel like this can really enhance what we're doing out here, rolling on this road. So when the days get really tough on us, that if you get out the truck, you know, you still got resources moved. You can take a week off, 2 weeks off. You know what I'm saying? You can get in a position where you ain't got to turn around and take these bad deals with leasing and buying trucks and stuff like that. Do y'all really know what's happening out here in this trucking? Transportation field? People and a lot of major corporations and even the individual people that get their everyday necessities from us in this transportation logistic industry are outright shitting on us. And I hate to say it like that, but I gotta say it in a way where you just understand. I like, shout out to Coco Journey. She said something about, I said now about 3 weeks, almost, I'll say almost about now, about a good month ago. They're like, man, truck drivers, wake up. Love what you're doing out there, sister. Keep doing it. Keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep sounding the alarm. Because eventually what we're going to have to do is, we're going to have to do like them railroad workers did. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to stop letting people just take advantage of us. We bring them their stuff and then turn around once they get their stuff, get out, get on, get off the lot. You know? You know, for the 0.001% of drivers that out here that may go out and just have bad habits that they come into this industry with, and they bring a bad habit, you know, and now they get into the trucking and turn around and now use some of those habits when I say maybe like just probably throwing trash and putting it just in the wrong place or doing different things, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of it is because the corporations and the industry don't want to accommodate us. No, just bring us our stuff. And they wouldn't even have the businesses or be able to do the jobs they do. Even some of our family members, our friends, our girlfriend, our wives, our wannabe wives, and side chicks, the tricking us out of money, whatever the case, people trying to just get into our pockets. The boyfriends, girlfriends, all this It's like just looking at how they can bleed money out of our pockets. And ain't nobody giving back to us. Or if it is, realistically, they only giving us a little bit of what we done gave a bunch of them. That's what it is. You fork out $1,000, and then over a 2-week period, you may get $100 back, and sometimes people make it feel like it's coming out of their pocket. That's just like saying the money that we pay in taxes when we ask for money for tax dollars to come back into the community to do an infrastructure, do our streets, or put a sidewalk in. Like, well, oh, we don't have no money in the budget. What kind of bullshit is that? And you constantly get money. You talking about something that need to be installed almost every 20 years, but it's always an excuse. Always an excuse. You don't even think ahead. Hey, look, you know what? It's coming up time that need to be done. Let's make sure, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to be able to recoup some of the money as a collective group that you've done and give back. Give back. This is y'all money. This is y'all money for your roads and streets, the lights, you know. Everybody talking about all the bad neighborhoods and things like that. No. A lot of these bad neighborhoods because we have officials and people that are in position that don't even come see about us. Mainly because they're working in a system, and this individual government is made up of people. So the government ain't like some entity by itself just walking around, hey, I'm government. No, these regular individuals like you and me that born into the world, grow up, and then all of a sudden then they see a situation where they want to become an elected officials, and then they don't look at it as it's a leadership responsibility. You know, it's a job. It should be a prestigious job to say, hey man, I get an opportunity to help the people in my community that elect me and things like that. And all those things that I've been driving by for the last 20, 30 years, I'm gonna make sure that now some of this stuff gets done. It can't be one-sided. Can't be corporation get all kind of pilot tax breaks and stuff like that, 20, 30 years, don't have to pay this, don't have to pay utility bills, don't have to pay all this because of a job. We're going to give a whole bunch of jobs and you give us this thing like that. Not meaning that they shouldn't have certain incentives to be able to make money. But then, man, when did it, other than, you know, just doing a one-time event type situation, doing things that are sustainable, that's what I'm talking about. You know, like I said, we out here running this freight up and down the road in one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. The most dangerous job in the world. And we got parking problems. Parking problems. We got bathroom problems. Bathroom problems. That's what we're doing now. Greatest country in the world. Got bathroom and parking problems. And then some of these parking places, because people that's overdose, don't turn around and say, hey, look, this parking area is too damn small. It's too damn small. This is 1930-something parking. That's when the trucks weren't as big. The engineers done made them a lot bigger. You know? Make some more space. Even when y'all doing the parking lots for the different gas stations and stuff like that. Make the space bigger. Shout out to Texas. You know? A lot of times they do make the stuff, when they make it big, you know? But still, in some cases, you had to watch where you potentially park on certain streets and stuff like that, because everybody's so quick to try to hand you a ticket. What kind of stuff it is? We're just handing out tickets. Just meeting quotas. You already getting tax dollars. Why you gotta get some extra money on top of some more money? As y'all doing favors. the doggone courthouses and all these different facilities, government facilities, where when they have infraction, they're so huge now, they looking like corporations, but they spending tax dollars. We shouldn't be bleeding our people out like this. And then another thing, I'm so damn tired of these toll roads. Alright? Tired of toll roads. Looking for a toll. Hell, we done already paid for the streets. The countless veterans out there, men and women that laid their lives down going around the world, doing so many different missions and all like that. We didn't do all this shit to turn around and come see our own American brothers and sisters turn around being taxed and told out. Tolls. Just money. They built the doggone streets. We paid the taxes. Even as veterans, another thing, y'all may not know this. When I was in the military, and even today, y'all know that they take out FICA and Social Security and stuff like that. They tax the veterans. They tax the soldiers. Soldiers paying for their own damn salary. Think about that. Soldiers are supplementing their own salaries. But we done had these career politicians out there that's done turn around. They always voting on something. Always talking about how military is most important and things like that, taking care of our soldiers and their family members and things that protects our country and keeps us sovereign and everything like that. But then what they slick don't tell you, hey, we charge them tax too. We tax them. Unless they go overseas. And if they in combat zone, then we give them tax free for the time that they over in the war zone. Time they in the war zone, a certain amount of that be tax free and the rest of it is tax. Tax. From what I read, the whole reason why this country came into being and committed treasons and different stuff like that to break away from the British rule was a simple fact is because of taxes. Being overtaxed, no representation. Now, this country now has become the modern day Texas. They done the same thing and went right back into the same field, right back in the same hole. So be careful of the cause that you fight for, because the simple fact deal, the same people that turn around that be talking about, yeah, we need to get our own country and break away from it and become independent and stuff like that, because all of these taxes we paying and money and stuff like that, and then turn around there over about 450 years later, moving towards 500 years, now all of a sudden, what they doing? Same damn thing. I ain't seen no taxes go down. I don't know about y'all. Y'all seen y'all taxes go down? State taxes? And then all these people that's getting elected got degrees. They got degrees, y'all. They done took aptitude tests and things like that to where they supposed to be able to count a little more efficient. I ain't gonna say they better. I ain't gonna say they better, because a lot of us, if we probably look at their finances, hell, they'd be a hell of a lot worse off than us. You know? They feel like they gotta keep up this certain image and things like that, and instead of just being a human being. But these are the people that we got running the country. We got people that's been sitting in government so damn long. It's starting to stink up the office that's our office. Just stinking it up. They just riding in the way. Losing their mind. Why? Because they haven't found something else in life that they can be just as happy doing, and doing it in a way it still allow the other younger generation, like around people my age, to be able to come in and actually now still be able to care about them, but also move into the future of what's to come and new ideas and things like that. Ain't that something? No, everybody just want to think that they become, I would say, political lords. They want to be the lords over us and over law, right? So it's good to read the Bible and all the religious books, Torah, Quran, all like that. But y'all, we're being governed by laws. You know, we've been governed by laws. You know, when you get arrested, they don't tell you, all right, well, let's open up to Psalms 123 and 5. They don't do that. When you go see the judge, they say, all right, then, judge look over there, prosecutes, you got, and DA, he stands up and read out the charges of what a officer or a law enforcement officer or peace officer done wrote up about you. And then you have a judge, maybe a public defender judge if you can't afford one, but then you have, I mean, not a judge, but a lawyer, an attorney. You know what I'm saying? A public attorney or a public attorney, or you may have your own private attorney, you know? Man, shoot. Then they read off and go down, you know? So, and then you got to deal with that situation. More money. You know? People trying to go to work. Got families. Stuff like that. But, man, some folks just writing out tickets. I think about how that when we out here on the road, truck drivers are being pulled into weigh stations and stuff like that and treated like criminals. I think the weigh station and stuff like that, the way they have it set up right now, is criminal. It don't come from, it's like, it's coming from like, you need this, you need that. Now instead of saying, hey, look, we bring it in, this is the safety inspection station. We want to just make sure you got what you need, stuff like that. And then, since this government wastes so much damn money buying bombs and weapons around, they should have the stuff you need to put your doggone damn truck together. This ought to be a shared cost. Because a lot of us spending money in these so-called shops, and the trucks come out of the shop, still ain't repaired right. Then we get another 300, 400 miles away, maybe 200 miles away. Now we got to go in a different shop in a different state. And mainly a lot of time for the same thing. No, put some of this money that we spending on war, put some of this money more in trade schools and giving people stipend to go to get these trades. You know, we need to stop crapping on the blue collar worker, the one that get greasy, or the one that might be in the mud hole. Make sure you got plumbing in order to hook up to your house, so that foul odor of yours that come out your body, that waste, can go out into the street and not sit in your house stinking up the place. It's just the total disrespect that we have for the regular worker, the average worker. I ain't talking about the celebrity, I ain't talking about the artist, because they going through their own issues, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the average worker that don't get appreciated for what they do. And then some of y'all out here, if y'all doing work, man, do the work right or don't do it at all. Put your best foot forward. If it's something you kind of like maybe not as totally proficient on it, because we all don't know everything, you need to have other people you can go to and bring in to help and assist you. Quit trying to do it all on your own. Get you a coach, get you a mentor, get you another tradesman. Quit fighting each other and trying to so much compete with each other. Start challenging each other, help each other along the way, you know? Because you're going to do this for a while, and we all going to be dead and gone in a grave 6 feet under, or might just fall dead in the woods, whatever. We don't know. Nobody find us. This old living life, that's just the way it goes. But I'm just saying is, we're not going to take none of this stuff with us. Let's stop caring so less about each other and so much magnifying the tangible stuff, what I got. Let's start loving each other a little more. Start appreciating each other. If a person do some good work, man, say, hey man, appreciate the work you're doing. This is great work. You know what I'm saying? And then some of us that's out there doing great work, you need to start getting and seeing about bringing other people that may want to learn. So we don't have this breakdown like we have it. We got to wait for some other country to get it together to get what we need. Why? Because our country and government done ran a lot of the, business and corporation off and just taxing the crap out of them too. I'm not saying that they not being done wrong in some areas. Just beating up on them. Like, man, shoot, if I'm gonna do this, let me go somewhere else. You shouldn't have to go all the way somewhere else because you are being forced to, because the thing is that people don't see it your way. Let's sit down and figure it out. That's all I'm saying. Let's sit down and figure it out. Let's use some people power. All right, y'all? People power. I'm not pushing Democrat. I'm not pushing Republican. I'm not telling you shouldn't be there. But I'm saying is, if you are a party loyalist, I would say take a year off. Take a year off and just see what has it really done for you and the people around you. Really, what has it done? And then start thinking like, man, this ain't helping the people. This is something I do to just intellectually masturbate, to feel like I'm with something. I'm just having intellectual orgasms. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Look how and we're not using the common sense approach. Because I always say now, common sense ain't common no more. It ain't. Alright, so thank y'all for really tuning in. I know it's been a while. I just had to say that, hey, Airborne Trucker 901 this year, and I'm starting today. My new year starts today. So I'm just telling you right now, I ain't stuck on no Democrat, I ain't stuck on no Republican, I'm stuck on the People's Party. PP. That's right. You know me. PP. People Party. Let's start giving these truckers what they need, because they give us every single thing we need and want. Some of y'all truck drivers gonna have to start really being brave and saying no. Nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna keep taking these loads, dropping off to people. Get off our lot. Don't park here. Don't park there. More regulations. Don't drive during this time. Don't drive it. Don't do this. Don't do that. Just get, Pops, come get the truck. Come get the truck. You drive. Well, when everybody's sitting in there and they realizing that they can't do the job that they need to do because the material on the truck, but that truck driver, that old so-called the truck driver this, we doing that, we doing this, with this, and all like that, and everybody with the bullshit. That's what they with. They trying to tell you, they trying to make it seem like this is just one of the simplest jobs in the world. They try to make it like even a third grader can do it or whatever. And no knock on any of my youngsters out there that's coming up. Because if I had a son or a daughter, I'd sure be teaching them at third grade, trying to how to drive it. But I understand that it takes time to develop it. Some of them, since they have been bombarded with so much BS, they probably, get it because it becomes a joy. Spend time with your children. If you ain't spending time with your children or grandchildren, and make it a joyful thing. You know, sometimes don't be trying to teach so much. Learn from them. A lot of our lives as adults, they're so screwed up here because you done got now and all these other things now to the point to where you don't forget what it means to just enjoy to live life. Yeah. You just work, don't even get a chance to look. When last time y'all looked up at the sky, see what's going on? Look into the universe, what it really matters. Because after a while, you ain't gonna be able to look up. But you gonna wait till you're paralyzed in the hospital? Oh Lord, praying. Oh, help me. But like, you don't even spend time enough to get in tune, get grounded, get back grounded, get recentered. No, just more stuff, more. Got so much stuff, can't even walk in your house right. You know? Don't want nobody coming over. Don't want nobody doing this. Don't want nobody doing that. Get out. You gonna die in your house? You hide from somebody? You're trying to hide from people, you know? Yeah. Sure. You ain't have nobody here. Everybody got a damn phone, camera phone. Everybody see what everybody doing. So just be your damn self. F it. Be yourself. Yeah. If I'm hurting some of y'all feelings, maybe some of y'all feelings need to be hurt. You know? What it is. You know? Stop letting us being pushed around. FMCSA got to make some changes because truckers say the changes need to be made, and then they need to have truckers on the board now. That's what I'm saying. Truckers need to be making trucker rules. It's time for truckers to stop sitting around here complaining about how we keep. Coco, you right. You are right. You're right. And I got a rule. If I talk about something 3 times and don't actively look at doing something about it, I shut up. I don't want to talk about that. So I'm telling you, when you come to me, if you tell me about it 3 times, after the 3rd time, if my mind can really keep up and remember it, which I try to, you know, I'm not perfect, but I try to. But if I hear it on the 4th or 5th, about 5th time, I'm telling you, know what? I want to have that conversation. I don't want to have that conversation with you. Are you gonna do something about it? If not, that's fine. Cause my whole thing is, I got a lot of 202 numbers in my phone, area code. And if y'all know what a 202 number area code is, put that in the comments. The 202 number with the other 7 numbers, and then you can actually talk to somebody about some changes. Put some pressure. Just say what that is in the comments so other people can read in the comments what that is. We talk about that. Y'all need to start put some 202 numbers, start saving it in there. You know, you need to start, when you talk to your truck driver brothers and sisters on the road, start passing out information. I got to get better now. I'm working on it. Like I said, I had to give me a coach. I had to give me a coach to get better, because now I want to start really putting the pressure where it needs to be put. We are way over-regulated. We're way over-regulated, and every place that we going to, majority of the time where we having to stop or having the places to stop, we turn around, wind up being price gouges like no other. And people say, oh, where's everybody? Well, how is it? We're being price gouged to the point that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We don't make as much money as a lot of folks think we do, because we're spending at a whole different rate. At a whole different rate. Whole different rate. So that's it. I appreciate y'all for listening. You know, it's good to really be back in the community of the transportation world, and just to say, hey, look guys, you know, I've been away for a while. I took off the month of my birthday all the way up until now, and I took off to get recentered and do a self-analysis, because at this age, every time it comes around my birthday in the month of August, I turn around and I do a self-evaluation. That's because I'm like, okay, then what things kind of went right the way I wanted, what didn't, and so I start to try to, doing some self-policing, and then look at new ways and ideas. Should I continue on something that I'm doing, or should I stop it, do something better, or because time is moving. So I'm doing something now I've always wanted to do. I want to buy me an RV, and I want to see what kind I really want. So before I'm sold on something that costs expensive, and my whole thing is I want to make sure I have what I want, not what somebody trying to sell me on. I want to test it out on a ride and see how it feels. Oh, I tell y'all, good. I feel good. Yeah. Airborne Trucker feel good. Airborne Trucker 901. Shout out to Airborne Trucker too, I ain't knocking my brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? He a veteran too. You know what I'm saying? That's why I made sure I put, 901. So y'all know where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? I'm against, my fellow comrade, with his channel. You know what I'm saying? Go out and check his channel out too as well. Airborne Trucker. Like I said, I'm Airborne Trucker 901 from the M-Town. Always stay down, 10 toes down. If I can help you, if I help you before I hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only hurting the ones that trying to hurt me. That's it. I got a little, I got my PTSD I had to deal with. But my whole thing, I try to keep it, under control and stuff like that. And like I said, this channel kind of helps me to be able to do that, because I get a chance to put out information probably that I found that can help in some areas and stuff like that, and put that information out. But sometimes I do get pissed off because I feel like they're not doing enough to what they could do, or they don't listen. Trying to tell you what's going on with you. How the hell you gonna tell me what's going on with me? Yeah, y'all ain't there. Ain't dealing with what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a little help. But then everybody in a rush. So if you're in that big a rush, well then, hell with it then. I'm gonna sit here and kiss your ass. And I'm not begging. I ain't. But I ain't finna beg. No veteran be out here or be begging nobody really doing something. Man, we just falling on hard time. Just like we human, just like anything else. We're just a special breed of human, They've been trained to do some things, And my whole thing I'm saying is, treat the American people and even other people, treat them like a human being. Treat them right. That's what we swore to do. Just treat the people right. Stop beating up on them. Stop overtaxing them. They don't deserve this. They don't deserve this shit, what's going on. They don't deserve this at all. People super homeless, prices going out of control. Just all of it. People prices all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Trying to shut this stuff down if it's gonna be like this. Cause ain't nobody getting nowhere. Ain't nobody getting nowhere. Yeah, you already running at 100 miles an hour, but now you talking about, and when I say 100 miles, not on the road or street, I'm just talking about in life. Man, people burning out, falling out, losing their mind. Cause it's like, go, 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 go. What I'm saying is, go at a pace and then stop moving people in our government if they are over control. Whatever's making these different things moving, which is just really us, because we're the consumers and stuff like that. My whole thing is, if people are doing these things in a way the way it's hurting us, other people, then we need to stop doing it. We need to stop doing it. Cut the money off. Cut the money off. Cut the money off. Cut it off. consumer. You know, you ain't buying this stuff, supporting now. Oh. So stop beating up on the truckers, man. Confiscating their equipment. They barely working to trying to pay it off. Everybody so ready to tow. I never forget. About 15, I said probably about 10, 15 years ago. Maybe a little less than that. 22. Alright, so no, I take that back. That was 2011. 2012, so about 10 years. Had my truck towed in Arkansas. State trooper pulled me over. Turned around and said my license was bad. Now this is what they was doing at the time. What they was doing, just a quick story. They was just what they was doing is it was a self-affidavit that was needed to be filed with the state. So what they did was they turned around, made my medical, even though my medical card was good, they turned around because I didn't do the self-affidavit, they already gave an extension. Police officer said, well, your license has been suspended. I said, suspended for what? My license is good. Gave him my DOT. Now this is see, I don't have no problem. I'm a veteran. I ain't got no problem saying exactly who it is, where it was, okay? So my whole thing is, it's in Fort Smith, Arkansas, at the weigh station over there. And it wasn't at the weigh station. It was basically probably somebody from there. But I was on 49 going south. All right. So I was south of it. It's like when you going on your way to going through like Louisiana. Okay. So my whole thing is going that route. They put in the Interstate 49. So my whole thing is that's basically a Van Buren area. So the thing is, he pulled me over. Looked at my license. I'm on the side of the road. Just, man, some of y'all state troopers, y'all got to be better. Y'all just be pulling people over at different spots. I ain't saying y'all don't have no hard job, by no means. But this right here was just a common sense thing. And my whole thing is that you got the medical DOT card. It is good. Yeah. The driver license is good. Everything turning out good. The problem is in the system, it's got an issue, right? Now the issue was not that my license came back good and everything like that. The problem is they FMCSA, and they go again. Ain't never probably been in a truck or nothing like that. Turns around, make a new regulation. This either they give an extension for the integration of this thing into their system. So I got another 6 months on what from the time the officer started me. Still had another 6 months because they extended because they trying to even get the computer system all together, right? So the thing is, even though he had the medical DOT card, which was valid, driver license valid, everything, they still turn around and confiscated my truck. Had it towed. I'm like, well, I'm towed. Well, we can't let you drive it because you know, I was finding so financially hard at that time I was married. And but my whole thing is, I took my stuff, just took it. On a technicality, I was able to get it back the next day. The medical card needed to be copied and sent to the state. Had to pay for a hotel and some other stuff. I think it was 2 days. 2 days. You know, they had to get the email receipt that I sent it in and everything like that. But they did that. And what I'm saying is, that should have been sent in with the medical card once it's already done. All these different steps. So see that y'all, this is just all these new things just to implement stuff, and it costing us money and our time. That's all this is. Fleecing of Americans. I ain't gonna say the fleecing of America. Fleecing of Americans. Or the citizens. The taxpayer. Fleecing of the taxpayer. However you want to call it. Look, getting taxed every day on every little thing you buy. And then that's another thing, y'all challenge this in y'all own little municipality and stuff like that. If you done already pay tax on someone that was brand new, why is it then when you buy it used or whatever, they want to tax you again for the same thing that's already was taxed the first time? Now, y'all think about that. All right, look, that's all I got to say. I love you. Keep doing the great things that you do on an everyday basis. I don't care if that's getting out and going for a walk, to just like, I want to get out for a walk. I'm gonna work on, you know, losing a pound or two, or just getting out, get the blood circulating, and just enjoy nature. That's good enough. Everything ain't got to be about I'm losing this or I'm losing this again. Just gain a memory, and just enjoy the moment. That's it. Enjoy the moment. Y'all keep doing the great things that you do. This is Airborne Trucker 901. I'm out. Coco, I'm with you. Wake up. Let's do some, truck driver. Can't do this. Railroad union workers, shout out to you. You know, I'm gonna just say railroad workers that in the union, shout out to you. Shout out to you. And to the legislative branch of our government, y'all need to give them they real days that they need. This coming from a soldier, okay? It's coming from a veteran. Get them a 1 day sick leave. Come on. How many sick days y'all get? I think y'all should match the railroad workers with the same leave days that y'all have. How about that? Sick leave days. All right. Yeah, do that. So the politician that got elected by us, railroad workers need the same amount of sick days that y'all have. That's only fair and just. That's only fair and just. I ain't backing down from that. You know. I ain't backing down from that. That's what they need. That's what makes fair. Some 1 day. I don't care, Republican, Democrat Party, People Party. I'm just talking to the people that vote. I don't care what side you vote on. Because I'm going to keep it straight up and down. Straight up and down. Give them the same sick days that these politicians get. Yeah, that's only fair. That's only fair. And if you really, really care, you probably give them 1 more day than what you get as elected official. How about that? That shows you that you really care. So we've been giving y'all days. And y'all make y'all own days now. You don't even ask to vote on them. Y'all vote on among yourself. How you gonna say no to yourself? Man, see y'all. Oh, one more thing too. If y'all haven't, get a chance to check out Romel Newell, Young Mobile, yes, mobile lifestyle, man. Listen here, go to the IG, even as well as the Love Plus. That's Coach Crew. Much love to you. Go check out Coach Crew. Sign up for Love Plus. A lot of drivers, I know we be out there. It has helped me change my perspective on a lot of things that I needed to have. And you get it from a non-biased point of view because you're only looking at you as the individual. Alright? Looking at you as an individual. And like I said, I'm going to be putting out more. Right now, I'm just in training. I'm trying to make sure I sharpen all the tools I need to, because I know what y'all go through out here, but I want to be able to put it in the right form and to be able to, you know, that I'm telling to you directly the right way. I'm in training. So my whole thing is I'll be passing the information on to y'all guys, and then also I have my classes that I'll be giving here once I'm ready, you know, and I properly have, you know, I feel like I still got more training to do. So when I put it out, it will be super beneficial to y'all, super beneficial to y'all. And y'all can take this information and start growing. And like I said, being able to get in whatever you're trying to get into and get able to get it done, you know, regardless of what people don't want to do around you that they've been doing for the, you know, the long same old one trick ponies, you know. So it's time for us to, let's turn it up a notch. Let's help each other out. Kind to each other. Love the person who we see, not the person that we don't see every day. Start loving each other, because that's what it's all about. That is the true God. I'm looking at you. Hey, how you doing? Hey, God, how you doing? Fine, how you doing? Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, that's something. That's all we gotta do. Love on each other. Love a little more. Keep it in between the lines. Keep it as close to the, what they say, keep it as close to smack bam on it positive as you can. That's it. Peace.